18 minutes a game, and one of the leaders as they've transitioned to this new roster. Another offensive rebound, but Arnett had it sent back.
Mari Burnett coming from the weak side on the help.
In transition, Ronnie Gale Jr.'s feet on the line.
Huge lineup right now for Michigan. I'm not sure we'll see a lineup like this in the Big Ten from any other team.
Danny Wolf, great handles, and he switched to his left hand. But Danny Wolf had a massive impact last year at Yale in their run to the tournament. E.J. Dedrick on the floor, and Dedrick trying to find someone, and he found the wrong color, and Wolf off to the races. Continuing that here a few months later.
Well, you see the move there, and then the steal, and the finish.
And he shifted around 2020-2021 season. Danny Wolf deep into the paint, and they'll count it. He is introducing himself nicely to the folks in Ann Arbor.
See, again, you're not used to going to double team a 7-footer that's not in the post. Michigan continues to put pressure on you on this end of the floor.
Danny Wolf has been the go-to guy. He takes it side. Oh, that was pretty. Oh, my goodness. For Michigan.
Tell you what, man, Danny Wolf, in spite of getting hit in his future earlier, he seems to have shaken that off and remains aggressive. Now, I give Arnett
on the inside, and again, this is what you're going to see, the 7-footer with the ball handling and the bucket. Danny Wolf got 16. He's got 19. It's looked good so far here on opening night.
Oh, he certainly looked good. Danny Wolf, hand down, man down. I'm going to have some one-liners around that.
Well, you got a whole season, maybe multiple seasons too.
Yes,
work out those.
Oh,
inside again and a finish.
The backdoor cuts along the baseline are a staple.
All on their home court. This is their first road game of the season. Ford with the dish underneath, and it's laid in by Namari Burnett.
Allowing their wings to be able to make plays. And folks, this is a 7-footer with a beautiful.
On the other side of that, TCU is just 5 of 18 shooting. 27.8%. Wenzel throws it up. Punch blocked by Danny Wolf.
They've got to do more of that.
Danny Wolf lets it fly. Drano for the 7-footer.
Defender, they've been able to get some really good looks, and that's Wolf starting down in the boxed area, and then the guys not trying to make home run passes.
Yeah.
And that's helped a lot.
2-on-1, the lob goes to Sam Walters.
And that's exactly how it was drawn up. And Namari Burnett inbounds that, and now all of a sudden it's 2-on-1 on the back.
Diallo is a freshman from the nation of Mali. Guarding Danny Wolf right now. What a pass to Donaldson for 3.
Folks, this is a really nice job by Danny Wolf, recognizing that Trey Donaldson was open in the corner, but the...
After Michigan led by 6. Bounce pass for Wolf. Got the foul and the bucket. Wow, what a feed by Jones. Miami, Ohio looked pretty good early in the game. All Michigan sends. Bounce pass. Burnett.
Here's Crass on the drive. Wolf with the block. Flips it back into play. What a play by Wolf.
And well-known reputation for basketball in Indian Hills. And ends up at Tarleton State. And has a chance as Donaldson gets to the rim to be one of the better players this year in the WAC.
You missed Wolf on the cut. Slip to the rim.
Wolf down low, left hand and one.
Again, this is... Again, you and I have been talking for a couple of days now. You know I love this kid's game, Danny Wolf. But he gets down to explode up as the ball's in the air. He doesn't... Hunter was open initially, but Conwell doing what he does, erasing some problems.
NBA 3 from Wolf. He is hot early.
And not only this, when you recover to him, he's so big. It's hard to get your hand up to him. Can't lean in.
Jones into the corner again. Wolf puts it on the deck, and Wolf to the cup.
Tell you what, I don't know if you can tell I am the president of the Danny Wolf fan club. I mean, the kid just understands.
Take him when you can get him. Good save. Keep the possession line by Burnett. Burnett on the other side. How about the pass from Wolf?
It gave their guards confidence. Will look between the legs, the crossover. Look at the dime. I'm just surprised that Sean Miller's crew didn't make a bigger stink about it.
Wow. He is howling tonight.
Wow. And that could have been
They just saw a replay here at Kohl Center. Oh, the hook inside from Wolf, and Golden continues to make the rim pay. It's a Russian rim rattler.
No one from Michigan went and got the ball. Guys blocking out, but you got to secure the rebound.
Blackwell blocked again. Wolf with a second. This has picked up substantially. Wolf inside Golden.
Wisconsin, it's just got to be talked out. Danny Wolf doing a little bit of everything. He's been so impressive throughout the entirety of this game.
12-1 run for Michigan to take this lead. Tonje bounce it inside. Oh, Wolf erased it at the rim.
Boy, the rim protection from Golden and Wolf here these last few possessions has been tremendous.
Wolf again forced the turnover over the defense.
What a pass.
Gale couldn't quite secure it cleanly. Back to Wolf, full head of steam.
Oh, wow.
Wolf hungry to the rim for two. Wolf back from Burnett. Screen from Golden. Wolf cross drive. Oh, creative. Danny Wolf. Wolf inside. Golden, tough catch. Easy finish.
The big on big pick and roll just continues to be a problem for Wisconsin.
Trey Donaldson almost had a look from three, was looking inside to Golden, finds Wolf off the cut. Beautiful basketball. Danny Wolf has also come alive in the second half. Toying with the defense, he goes all the way.
He has not been that at Arkansas thus far.
Wolf, nice pass. Wolf finds Golden for the slam.
What a pass by Danny Wolf, and that's what he brings.
Way too strong. Wolf, look at this pass again. How well do these two big guys work together?
Flushes it. What a great play. And then Danny Wolf. That is next level vision and delivery by the big guy.
It is all Arkansas here in the second half. Wolf to Golden, and finally Michigan gets one to go. Wolf has returned. Walters is into the game as well. Golden's on the bench right now for Michigan. Wolf drives and finishes.
Well, I think it all started. I think their offense benefited from the intensity that Arkansas has shown on the defensive end.
Great drive and finish by Danny Wolf, and he's going to the line.
Just so skilled at 7 feet. Can drive right, drive left, cross over. You bring two to him, and he's going to find the open man. I'm not sure in that situation you wanted that shot challenged.
Wolf into Golden, another beautiful pass. It's his 8th assist of the night.
Boy, it looked like Danny Wolf was going to pull the trigger on a three. Miscommunication. Two Razorbacks running at him. And that left Vlad Golden wide open underneath. And with a good rebound by Vlad Golden. Here comes another ball screen. Two big guys.
How about that? 7-footer going between the legs twice.
You don't often see two 7-footers operating together in pick and roll. Beautiful pass from Danny Wolf. And an excellent finish.
Backing down Thiero. Up and in. Boy, what a physical move he just made.
Good weather coming on now. The three-point threat for Oklahoma. Wolf getting it downstairs for the quick strike. Once again, it's Gale Jr.
Yeah, Reuben Jones is starting to gain a little confidence shooting that 3-ball.
Shot fake by Wolf, takes it all the way, reverses from the left wing to the right block and swishes it down off the window. Not at all. Right wing, Danny Wolf has it. Michigan, its starting unit on the floor. Donaldson, Burnett, Wolf, Golden, and Gale as Wolf shimmies to the left point.
Anticipation, Wolf on that back cut, and how about the almost conversion? By Donaldson.
How about the stuff at this end from Wolf? Dusty May did tell us we want to make sure we have our foot on the gas pedal the entire way. And one theme they want to work on is not surrendering when they're up. A long three there from Danny Wolf goes down. Last one was the 8th different player we've seen drop down a three. And it was from way out for Danny Wolf. Oh, a runway to the rim for Wolf.
He worked on that and shoot around again.
Wolf steps back, instead gives it to Golden. He traveled there. Wolf wants his second three, and he finds it.
So if Golden sets a screen, there is going to be no help. That's the problem. That's the risk of playing that way. Here it is again.
Wolf spin cycle.
That's his game, right? Brody Gale Jr. is not, he doesn't want the three, or at least sometimes he wants it and he shouldn't because he's been struggling, but he's a hard driver.
Wolf with the rejection. Burnett spins. Approved by Washington. Was injured last year. Did not see the floor. Steps through and just short.
No thinks he got hit on the face. He might have.
Cheddar.
Danny Wolf, your 7-foot power forward.
Patton taking on Golden, and Wolf gets the rejection from behind. That's 6.
Yeah, who did that bounce off of? They said it bounced off of the USC Trojan.
Those 6 blocks are the most
road team, but again, for the Michigan Wolverines, they've been here for the last handful of days, so at least they should be feeling comfortable.
Wolf, there's the two together, and that's what we were talking about.
Yes.
Wolf setting that screen, the transfer from Yale, and you get the two bigs out here. There's the screen for the ball handler, but then the shooter as well. The start for Michigan on the road. Golden's got 7, a couple of spectacular dunks. Then you take it outside for this man to shoot the three.
A great drive by Andrews, just got to finish it.
Justin Pippen now in. How about the feed and the finish for Golden? He's been unstoppable tonight.
Golden came to UCLA and turned into Bill Walton.
Taking a quick timeout. Mick Cronin going to try to figure out how to guard this guy. Comes in the form of Wolf. Around the back, guarded by Johnson. That's a 7-footer doing that to another 7-footer again. Come on.
What a dime by Wolf to Golden. I wasn't joking when I told you he was Joker.
Washington holding their own and then some in hostile territory in Ann Arbor. Wolf come to the Danny Wolf threw it down.
To sit on the bench too long, so he puts Wolf back in, and he does everything, playing as well as anybody in the country. That's 7 foot, everybody. Might have been fouled, living above the rim. What a superstar.
Wolf down low, great pass. Cheddar finishes it off. 7 to shoot. Wolf skip pass to the corner. Walters lets it fly. 2 in a row for Walters.
Well, the 7-foot point guard. Here he is, left hand, brings it back. One hand whips it over, wide open three. Just impossible for the defense to slow down, because even when you're in a great spot.
Minnesota hasn't scored in over 4 minutes, and that continues. Quick hands, Donaldson playing well. Feeds Wolf up the floor, layup good, and a foul. Off the turnover, 2-on-1, Donaldson to 7 feet tall Danny Wolf in transition, and a 3-point play upcoming.
They're playing big on big screen. How does Minnesota handle it?
Wolf in the paint, leaving it for Burnett. More beautiful basketball. The Wolverines are back on top. Golden kept that putting foot down. Now it's Wolf, and my goodness, pass. Wolf steps up, big for the Wolverines.
And again, what have they gone to? The big-to-big screen. And Minnesota, the bigs, don't communicate the screening action. You give enough space to Danny Wolf.
A 2 to tie it. No timeouts. A 3 for the lead or the win. Wolf spinning, hanging, scoring with 7 seconds to go.
Now Pippen comes in, the son of legendary, 50th rated Scottie Pippen inside. Burnett slips to the basket and makes it down.
So now he's able to get inside. He sets the back screen, and then there's a little slip inside. That's the counter.
Wolf on the turn to the hole, feeds Golden, and touchdown with the right hand. Take that.
Well, you get the initial quick push. You see how deep that time the ball was able to get. And now that shrinks the defense. Roddy Gale Jr. then goes back out top. Wolf is able to drive the closeout and get Golden inside.
And didn't put the ball on the floor and allow the defense to recover.
Danny Wolf back in there for Michigan, playing with 2 fouls. And a blocking foul is called. That was a big call there. And it goes Michigan's way. They're going to give it an and one.
You know, Kern attacking the rim has paid dividends. And Wolf blocks it away. Nice job by Kern of attacking the rim.
And a steal. Somerville telegraphed that pass to Bailey. The numbers. Burnett to the rim. 4-2.
They put themselves in good shape in this game.
Wolf against Somerville. Turn it into the corner. Bumped by Burkett. Then leans in with the left hand for 2. Crafty play by Danny Wolf.
And I'll take seeing Bryce Williams of Nebraska in the crown any day. That dude can score.
It's inside to Dortch's shot blocked by Wolf.
One-on-one defense against Bailey, which is no easy chore.
See if Wolf can get it going. Only 4 points today. Now 6. And a chance for one more at the line. You saw it in his eye. He was going to take that to the rim and try to figure out a way to get points on the board.
Part of that is
it's Wolf for 3. And that will quiet this crowd. Cheddar, back to that screen.
Yeah, this is a luxury that only Michigan has. So Wolf sets that little screen, and then there's an inside screen by Roddy Gale, your 6'4" guard, to your 7-footer who steps back and knocks down a confident.
Here's Wolf, 4 on the shot clock. Needs some help. Wolf, oh, what a step back for 3, and it's good! Hang that in the Louvre!
Man. Kevin, that was so nice. Danny Wolf gave the bitter beer face to his teammates coming up the floor. Spin. Reverse pivot. Back. Where you at, defense? Now you see me.
Donaldson around the Cheddar screen. It'll work back out to Wolf. Deep 3 for Wolf. That one finds the bottom of the net. He's got 8.
Getting bigs off of him to get into the jumper. That time he got to his float.
And what a find. Wolf to Cheddar. Danny Wolf is doing everything right now.
Turnovers in the last few possessions, so we've had some excellent offense. Look at that one hand. Early advancement of the basketball, looking for a quick 3.
Wolf working his way through Angel. Count the bucket and the foul.
Kevin, Brandon Angel is listed at 2:04.
Here's Shellstad on the run. He's got Cook running with him, and Wolf says no way.
Great job by Danny Wolf tracking Shellstad the whole way, and he made an educated guess because he's guessing right now. He has a jump when Shellstad jumps. Wow.
He stepped up. I mean, you're talking about a Final Four center here.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Wolf inside to Golden. And the Final Four center puts 2 more on the board. Area 150.
The ball screen action between 2 bigs. That's actually the old Boston Celtics play. Screen the screener. There's the initial screen. Donaldson on the back.
Michigan's made their last 7 free throws. Here comes Shellstad, clock running. Hand off to Angel, taking a lot of time. Angel Angel on the drive, blocked by Wolf. Shellstad backing it out into the corner. The three off, no good.
Defense, relentless defender. This is Wolf, 3 to shoot. Spins, fades, and sticks it.
That's one of his go-to moves. A little Dirkish. No question about it, but good defense pushing the big guy off the nice dive. This kid does everything necessary to win the game.
So hard to predict how this Indiana team is going to play, even just the last couple of weeks. Look at Wolf, spin cycle, going right into the chest.
Lift, the little drop spin. This is just gorgeous balance and finish. Doesn't make many mistakes.
This is Wolf.
He can elevate too with this. Look at this.
Into the paint. Sweet dime. Gets it to Golden.
Here's his roll to the rim.
Wolf gets there. Screen goes glass.
Almost can do whatever he wants. And a manager, but he knows how to coach. He used the ball screen twice, and the ability to find people, and the 2-3 zone, masterful. Until they make one. Nope.
Galloway misses badly. Offensive rebound. Renew trying to fight in the trees. Wolf got him from the back.
Same play.
Wolf underneath. Boy, those two just magic to watch. Golden. I beg your pardon. It was good on the shot.
Great kick. Nice pass.
Golden drops the hammer.
The way he runs the floor and exploiting it with a timely delivery. Got to keep Donaldson out of the lane. That is key.
Here comes Wolf into the paint. Balance and contact. Big names.
He's your guy, huh?
Unreal.
Big time kiss. Betty. Yale's contribution.
Talented freshman. Just 4.3 points per game on the season. Cross, spin, kick, Wolf, pump, puts it up. Oh, he puts it in!
Confident as Roddy Gale has looked at times over the course of the last couple of games. It's been a different story tonight. There's that Wolf three. Danny Wolf, a little shot fake. Cam Heide, I guess, he's thinking that he's putting that hand on him. He's trying to get it up. The worry with zone. You don't have blockout responsibilities in man or zone. Those air balls always so hard. Caleb first saw it the whole way and makes a play on it.
Burnett, three. Buries another one.
Just that pass by Wolf. They're stunting hard to him. You got Burnett open in the corner. Terrific read there. Have a major advantage on the other end.
11th 20-point game of the season. Wolf right to the rack and a chance for three.
Clay Kaufman-Renn never sees the basketball here. Flare screen for Danny Wolf, and then it's just all downhill. You have to see your man the basketball. You never do.
12 to shoot. They'll put it in the hands of their playmaker, the big man 7-footer. Wolf, cross, drive. Wolf! That's ridiculous!
Decision. This is a high-octane Michigan offense. Averaging nearly 82 points per game. Wolf should have gotten up with that nice pass, though. Night against Washington. Another look at the play by Wolf.
And look who's guarding him. Thornton is guarding Wolf just then, right at 6'2". He can look over a lot of guys. And
with a three-point answer.
Good grab there by Wolf, just the control. Nice look.
Golden coming with some heat.
They get a lot of mileage out of delayed breaks. And look at this pass, a wraparound. And there's the finish by the big guy.
Number of those games close as they start the day. Sole possession of first place in the Big Ten. And right on cue is Wolf coming heavy.
And you take a look at Wolf's decision-making and how he just glides into his looks. Look, he just takes his time. He knows he's got his body ahead of the defender, Bradshaw, on that play. So now it's open season. And look at
10 to shoot.
It looked like they slipped back to man-to-man.
Cheddar. A little bit too much. Wolf offensive rebound. It did nick the rim. So Wolf fades and sticks it. Haven't led much. This almost flips the script for Michigan. What a pass. Gale on a cut. The vision by Wolf. 4-point game. And that intensity just ratchets up even more.
Yeah, look at Gale finishing that.
He's scanning right there, almost like in a posture like Jokic.
They got a nice step back.
I believe it was the Eagles said the Wolf is always at the door.
But the arc on that had so much touch on that.
Made a number of them this year, 13 if I'm not mistaken.
What a big one against Purdue. Wolf.
Down. Wow. He got a stuffed animal with that.
Ball loose. Cheddar's on the deck. Wolf to step behind the back. Sweet toss to Brown. Roddy Gale to finish.
Impressive effort.
I mean, 7 points already, a perfect 3 for 3 from the field, and you got this little scramble. We've seen Cheddar hit the floor multiple times already. You just don't see 7-foot guys making passes like that in the open floor. One of those 50-50 plays, ball's on the floor, Michigan gets to it first, and Roddy Gale now an opportunity for 3.
Cheddar's an environmentalist, so it's conducive to be alert on the floor in the open field.
Usually if you have this much.
Tonight, Michigan has had to they've tried to make him prove it.
Nice.
Golden, that is clockwork.
How good is that?
Golden. Double comes late. Here's Wolf. Surprised he didn't shoot that 3. He'll step in for the fadeaway 2 and hit.
Coming off just a little bit for the Wolverines. Out of the double team from Vlad Golden, Danny Wolf attacking the closeout. He just made a 3, so Morgan having.
When you kick it out to your teammates, you hope they make a couple of open shots.
Somerville starts out 0 for 2.
That's all sides right there.
And earlier, Golden says, Wolf, I like your shot. Back to Cheddar. Easy 2.
Great set, great down by Wolf.
Rebound inside, claimed by Agachonis, swatted away by Wolf, picked up by Donaldson. Here come the Wolverines the other way, down by 6. Wolf on the wing. Burnett.
Then one of the reasons a really good Illinois defense, but here Michigan flashes.
10 to shoot for Wolf. He'll drive on Reese.
Nice pass.
Good find and finish. Those two play so well together, LaFonso. Maryland, who scores an average of 82 points per game, having a hard time getting that offense going. They won with 68 their last time out at Penn State. That was a hard-fought game.
Yes.
Here's Wolf with the step-back 3 on the board and in the lead. Here's Wolf. Big jump by Geronimo. Wolf fading away at the elbow, splashes it down. Everything's going Maryland's way. On a bounce, Donaldson inside for an easy 2.
Well, that ball hit every spot on the rim.
Wolf attacking. Wolf with the hammer.
And he drills that 3, much needed, and then out in transition, Danny Wolf, one of the fastest bigs in the country out in transition. He throws that one down. This crowd needed something to get into.
Double shows, he'll back it out.
And that's why the middle of the floor is better, because there's no help on the backside.
Here's Wolf, he has to step back for 3. Oh, and he hits!
One engages him, and he's able to get to the rim. That dunk got him going early, because now all of a sudden he's seen it go through the rim, and a tough.
He plays with the confidence of a senior. I asked Jaden Akins about him. I said, are you ready to pass the torch? He said he took the torch, and he's running with it.
Golden gets it to go on the inside, +1.
Nice play by Wolf, though, wasn't it? Drew 2, nice slip pass.
It was great patience. You know, he got in there, took his time. And great buddy ball action there. Those two have.
And he was really good.
Yeah.
Came over with Dusty May from Florida Atlantic. Previously had played at Texas Tech. That's break opportunity. Wolf Euros and scores.
This last play, Wolf in transition, a little Euro step against. I mean, look at that. That's not easy to do right there at 7 feet.
And go to your. They needed a shot to go down.
They did.
And it did. And no shock. It came from Richardson. Oh, killer crossover. Akins has it blocked by Wolf.
Wolf, backing down Cox. He likes that matchup in the corner. Cheddar open. Say cheese.
I like the Danny Wolf right.
Amari Burnett leaning in on Braden Smith. He's all over it. Wolf in the corner. Step back. Oh, the 3 for Danny Wolf. Snuggled up in the corner to drop it down.
And Danny Wolf, for as well as he's been playing over these last 4 games, the success hasn't been coming from the three-point line. So another guy to see that go down. Michigan with 4 threes now, starting to find a little bit of rhythm from the perimeter. Been able to get him to go down.
Michigan 3 for 3 from the floor this half. Make it 4 for 4. Punishing them. And it continues.
We're going to see it more. Danny Wolf, 2 on the ball, hit the roller. Vlad Golden.
Trey Donaldson begging for it cross court. He gets the skip. He was hopping up and down. Wanted the 3, and Danny Wolf delivered.
Think about for them. You know, they had so many problems this season taking care of the ball.
Wolf will size up a 3, and he'll bury it.
Well, the ball is moving here for Michigan. You skip it across the floor. Purdue is in rotation. You get the extra pass from the connector, Reuben Jones. Danny Wolf is cashing out from 3.
Up the floor in a hurry. Burnett. Give it up for Donaldson. A nice extra. Golden goes to the upper room. 2. Chance to add to it down the stretch of this first half. Ball movement working to perfection. Wolf gets a touch. He's going to take it at Queen and score. To 34% shooting. They are holding Maryland to 33%. Wolf, how about that?
You know, implementing, as you see here, this great baseline out of bounds play, a little dribble handoff, and then
the one dribble roll.
Oh man, the one dribble. What it does is it forces you to have trust. It forces you to play together, and that trust.
Wolf. He's going to get the feet together here.
Swing it, nice catch. Golden fills the cup. Nice catch.
Rav, how about this pass in the hands to catch in traffic? Great concentration. Big time play.
Michigan with a chance to tie or take the lead on shot selection.
First time they've used that 5, and look at this. The spin! Hungry like the Wolf. We are tied at 45.
The easy 2, then the spin off the bounce, showing his talent, his versatility.